Hello everyone, my name is Thethelia. What I'm here to do for you today is continue to teach you how to build things. Oh my goodness, let me look around properly. Don't mind the sword, it's just for killing the animals that get in our way. So you can see we've built our European chalet, we've built our barn. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for an auto farm for our make-believe people. So I've made a space. What we're going to do is we're going to do the first level 8 by 4. In this case, we're going to be doing 4 levels. But just to get an idea of where we're going to be building, let's till 8 by 4. And let's actually move it over one, just because. Now I am recording this voiceover after I've built this, so I know exactly all the screw-ups I've made and I can comment on them. Oh my goodness, there are so many. So we can see what we're doing. Now we're going to build it up another level. This is going to happen about 3 times, so let me just get it over with. Okay, so finally we are done here. We've got 4 layers of 8 by 4. As you can see, what we're going to do is we're going to place 1 by 1 little block of water at the top, left, and right sides of our squares. What this is going to do is this is going to hydrate 4 blocks sideways, 4 blocks diagonally, 4 blocks downwards, and that's going to cause all of our field to be hydrated and not need to be tilled. It's just better that way. So we're gonna go around the entire thing and we're gonna do the same thing. Make little boxes so you can just do 1 by 1. So we're gonna do another block of water here. And of course we'll do the same thing at the end, which is our 4th area. So you don't have to use stone. I just chose to use stone because, I don't know, stone brick is nice. Clearly here I've made a mistake. Mistake number what? 1 or 2? I don't remember. Well, 3. Okay, so if we look back, it looks almost like flowers, which is nice, but I don't know. So let's do it on the other side and see how it goes. First, let's just fill this in a little teeny tiny bit. We're gonna have to end up filling it in more afterwards because I realized I did screw this up, so the mistakes are they're just adding up. But this is what we have so far, ladies and gentlemen. So let's bring this bottom part forward again. And again, I didn't do it forward enough, but that's okay. Next thing we want to do is leave 1 space for a hopper. The hoppers are going to be what's collecting the, of course. So you're going to want to leave 1 space at the very end. Oops, there's a great other mistake. Oh my goodness. I'm doing such a good job, I can't even believe it. So let's speed this part up and do the exact same thing on the other side. So, we finished the other side. So far, this is what it looks like. If it doesn't look like this at that point, take that block out. It didn't need to be there anyways. Great, Bethy. So this is what it looks like from the side. Next, we're going to put in the hoppers. So, let's see how that goes. Okay, so what you're going to do, 1 in front of that big stone area, we're going to put in some chests. I prefer a double chest, you can use a single if you like. Take out that dirt, we don't need it, okay? Just take it out, get rid of it, make it go away forever. We're going to take some hoppers and shift-click, place them into the chest and then into one another. This will ensure that the potatoes or crops, whatever you want coming in, it's all going to go into the chest when it gets hit by the water, you'll see. Close that off so that the water doesn't go anywhere you don't want it to go, and we're gonna start on the redstone. So literally all we are doing right now, and you can see I realized I was not far enough there yet. What we are doing basically is just digging forward. We want to get to the back of this place and up and out, basically. So the higher your farm goes, the easier that'll be to do. You just have to go a bit farther. That's okay. So you'll see, just ignore that one piece that wasn't tilled. I can't, obviously, but for those of you who could, okay? So the next thing we're gonna do is do the redstone. So on the back here, we need somewhere for the water to land. If it lands directly on the crops, it'll detill, I don't know, until it'll make the grass stop being tilled. So you'd have to redo it every time. Always carry a hoe on you. How is that? So I'm basically just going to make a little rectangle, build up the parts I need to build up because I'm flying by the seat of my pants here, honestly. I'll say so you don't have to watch all of it, but basically we're going to make a big rectangle coming around here. It's going to be 8x4 as well, I believe. There is a reason for that. 8x4 seems to be our magical number this time. Next thing we're going to do is add our pistons. So that's on the back wall of our little rectangle. There will be 8 pistons. These will be open by default, so now we have to get the redstone wiring in order to open them. We're going to do that with a repeater. I've placed it the wrong way. Great job. You can see if you add a redstone torch, it will open the piston, and that's what we want to happen. So take the torch out, take that out, we don't really need it. Give each of these pistons a repeater. This is just to make sure the signal goes directly into it. So place some blocks behind it, and let's get some redstone going. Obviously, I'm distracted getting half slabs, but we will need to put the redstone in first. Okay, so it doesn't matter if the redstone looks all connecty, that's fine. That's fine. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a pillar so that I have a little bit of a reference when putting in these half slabs. The reason we're doing half slabs, I know a lot of people like to do the trick with the alternating redstone torches. Honestly, I've never quite figured it out. I'm still kind of a Minecraft noob. So what I like to do is I like to use half slabs, or just slabs, I guess they're called, to bring the signal down. So I'm taking out the pillar reference pillar rather, in the most awkward way possible, most inconvenient and difficult way possible. Let's bring the redstone down. You want to make sure you place a repeater facing away from where the signal is coming from, which is our lever at the front. Let's make sure our redstone path kind of signal is strong enough. I think it can go to 12. I like to stop at 8 usually because I'm very paranoid about my signal not working and having to go back and fix things, which I really don't like. This part here is going to be really frustrating for me to watch because I know I screwed up, and I screwed up twice. I would cut it, but you know what? I have no shame in showing the fact that it's going to take a couple minutes for you to figure out. But just keep watching. You'll see I get it eventually, but I will stop talking just so you can watch. Basically, what you want to have happen is you want the last piece of redstone to actually come right up against your level. So I want this lever to be level with the, not level with the chest, level with the top of the chest. By flipping the switch, it opens and closes the pistons. What we want them is to be closed automatically, so we're going to make a rectangle around this. This one is only 3x8. This is just so we have a 1x 8 place to put our water. Now here I am realizing that if I don't put more bricks, that the water is just going to go off of the side of our farm, so we'll put some stone bricks to extend that. Make sure that that's not something that happens. In the back here, this is what our redstone looks like. We're just going to close off the back, so again, no water goes where we don't want it to go. If I could place blocks correctly, I'd be so happy, but unfortunately, that's not in my my abilities. So the water's going to come all the way down. Flip the switch again, the water will stop. It'll bring all your crops down. So just give it some time when you do that. So I've planted my crops here just to give you an example of what's going to happen. Yes, I have bone meal in my hand. I don't have time to just stand around and wait, unfortunately. So let's test this thing out. I think we're a little bit far for you to be able to see those back potatoes popping, but it's very cool when they do pop. Basically, the water is just going to bring all of the potatoes to the front. They're going to go into the hoppers. Check it out. Not all the potatoes are going to make it, unfortunately. Some potatoes get left behind. Maybe they want to be left behind. So we're going to have to go and manually grab them. I got about 5 to 7. I think I already had 2 in my hand. But yeah, so our potatoes are pretty much at the end of the road here. Let's turn off the water. Do it. Turn off the water. No potatoes? Good. Turn off the water. Let the water run. And then from this, all of the potatoes so far should have gone into the hoppers, which will lead directly into the chest. Wow, ignore that piece of non-hydrated tilled soil. Okay, so you can see it's kind of filtering through. Let's just check the other hoppers, see how much we've got going on here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, well, in the meantime, I'm going to show you just what the redstone looks like at the back now. So we've got the water on top, repeaters and redstone behind. Let's beautify this baby. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do yet. Hey, look at me. I built something. Let's make it beautiful. Wow, it looks less crappy than it does before. So you can see we've got about 5 and a bit stacks. This is gonna need, at this size, 2 full stacks of what I've chosen to replant, I mean. So you yield about 3 stacks and a little bit on average. I won't replant it right now because quite frankly that's boring. Let's see how I beautified it instead. So I changed some of the blocks up front to upside down stairs just to give it a little bit more detail. I added a roof and I did absolutely no detail on the back. I just covered it up, but oh my goodness, what a nice roof. This is what it's looking like from the side, the back. Poor choice of placement, but I mean it's not really going to be used. One important thing you want to remember is you want to have access to your redstone still. So I've chosen to use an iron door. If you're in creative, you can always put stairs in here, maybe a ladder, some way to pillar up, but you want to basically have access to your redstone in case something goes horribly wrong and it's not working. But this is what it's supposed to look like. So let's get back out. Let's have a little look-see at what we've built. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but I'll be damned if it's not the most efficient for me as far as what I'm able to build. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. There are links down below, other places you can follow me, including YouTube, well I guess you're already here, Twitter, Instagram, Steam, I don't know, Twitch TV, you know, I do lots of kinds of things, and I'd love to see you there. So, from me to you, thank you for watching. If you like this video, button. If you want to leave a comment, I sincerely appreciate them. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye!